Hello, this is the episode not about bonsai, but about some orchids. I had to say the title, Orchid Bonsai, is pretty catchy, although this really doesn't qualify for bonsai. Or maybe it does. This is an interesting plant that I had, and I thought it was pretty rare until I found out that one of my subscribers also have a similar plant. Basically, this is an orchid. By the way, yeah, I'm also into orchids, although not an expert. This is an orchid where I cut the flower. It has the flower stalk. I cut it off, and later on, my luck, it grew a little plant. And then, 6 months, a year later, this little plant grow a flower shoot at the same time as the parent plant. So, and that's how I got this weird looking orchid that I call it the Orchid Bonsai. And the way to create it is fairly easy actually. So in fact, this is a phalaenopsis. Every time you have a flower, a phalaenopsis flower, when the flower fades, you can just cut, below the last flower on the stem, below the last flower. And then there will be this new buds coming out. Okay, that's the tip of my fingertip here. And in general, I would say in my case, the success rate of a new flower sprouting from a cut flower stalk, it's about 70%. It's pretty amazing, pretty successful. So 70% of something will grow from here, and out of the 70%, I would say 50% is a new flower, and 50% is a new leaflet. It's a new little plant, little plantain. I don't know how you call it. So such as this one, right? So sometimes you get a new flower, and sometimes you get a second plant. And of course, initially this plant will have no roots, and it kind of grows slowly, and probably 6 months or a year later, it will have these roots, and this will be a good time to cut it and separate it from the parent plant, so that it doesn't take a lot of energy from it. But in this case, I left it on, and now I got this plant. So what I would do is, after the flower, I would separate this little plant and plant it into some with moss or bark, and make it a new plant. Just give this parent plant. And by the way, this is the orchid in bloom. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.